upset the Chargers 21-18 in Jaxson Dart's first career start Sunday, marking the Giants' first win this season and the Chargers' first loss. Dart is the first QB to win his first career start against a 3-0 team or better since 2002. And breaking news this morning, unfortunately for the Giants, wide receiver Malik Nabers was carted off the field in the second quarter with what an MRI today confirmed to be a torn ACL, a source told our very own ESPN's Adam Schefter. I mean, kind of anticipated, but we're hoping not. But there's the confirmation, according to Schefter.
Devastating blow, no doubt. Devastating blow to the organization. Devastating blow to the offense. Devastating blow to Jaxson Dart, that was going to be his primary weapon. We all know who Malik Nabers is. 1,475 yards receiving last year. The brother's spectacular. Make no mistake about it. But I'll leave it to Cam and Woody to talk about this, especially in the case of Cam, because I think Odell Beckham Jr. said something about the turf at MetLife Stadium, and you know what? You're the NFL. You're making enough money right now to return the grass, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not qualified to elaborate on that. I'll leave that to you, Cam.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about the money that comes in on the day-to-day, everybody always say, "Bro, Cam, why you always pocket watch?" But the truth is, careers are being impacted. When you see a Malik Nabers situation, Aaron Rodgers situation, when you see a lot of injuries on this specific field or venue, it have you scratching your head a little bit of like, yo, is it really a Grim Reaper out there? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you start to say, does the NFL have the capabilities to bring back natural grass to certain venues? I mean, some NFL venues do, some NFL venues do not. But when you talk about other sports, what do you say? Soccer,
World Cup,
they don't play. It's a non-negotiable for them. So those are things that you got to look back. But one thing about the New York Giants, Brian Daboll ain't never smiled that happy to me. I'm looking at him at the end of the game. I said, golly, he cheesing. He happy. But Jaxson Dart has this energy about him that he got a little sauce to him. He got a little swag to him. I like that Dart. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing that Jaxson Dart is doing that Russell Wilson wasn't. Running.
right?
Bro, run.
Right.
At the end of it all, you can run. And Jaxson Dart has done that. And running, not just to say, hey, this is a big scramble. Hey, let's get a 4-yard scramble right here. Hey, let's get a 6-yard. Hey, then you get a 16-yarder. Those type of runs are devastating and throws off the flow for opposing defenses. And that's something that I was looking at to say, like, okay, he got the capability or the remedy that he's willing to do something that other guys were not willing to do.
A couple things. I think that that Malik Nabers injury, it reminds me like a couple years ago when Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles in MetLife. If you remember, the first game of the year, the Jets were playing Buffalo. They won the game, but they lost the war with Aaron Rodgers tearing his Achilles. I fear the same thing could happen in this particular case. Make no mistake about it, Malik Nabers is a star, an absolute star, maybe their best player on their team. And so you lose him, that's a big blow. That's number one. I will say this, Jaxson Dart, Cam Scatterbull, their rookie running back, you know what they brought? Juice. It literally popped out of the screen when you were watching the game, and it spilled over to the Giants defense. Giants defense had been playing up to expectations until yesterday when they played against a very good Los Angeles Chargers team. And so the young fella used his legs, and that was by design. They ran a lot of quarterback design runs. They ran it 42 times yesterday. Yeah. That's not by accident. That was designed. So that's got to be the formula for them moving forward. Use the young man legs, play to your defense, see if you can win football games.
I will say this, though. Think about Odell Beckham Jr., I think about Aaron Rodgers, I think about Malik Nabers. I'm wondering how many people have had ACL injuries at MetLife. I'm just curious.
No, or soft tissue, non-contact issues.
Right.
Those are things from hamstrings. You can add that in there too, because you're overexerting yourself.
Nick Bosa tore his ACL at MetLife.
Come on now.
I mean, so
it's a Grim Reaper over there, dog. That it got to be studied.
Yeah.
But this is the thing about the Giants, right? The play calling didn't really change, right? Now, did we dial it back and want to run the football? That's a winning recipe in any NFL organization. You have to run the football. But when you start to see, or when you have seen in the past, what Coach Brian Daboll wants to do, he wants to run your quarterback. He tried to run Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson just didn't have the capacity to do so.
He's not the athlete.
He's not that guy in regards to that. And I don't think Russell Wilson wants to run. He's shown that. Every time he gets close to, he's sliding. Well, with Jaxson Dart with fresh legs, I mean, my dog saying, man,
he out there stiff-arming people.
You think what I'm saying? And he's giving the Giants an edge and something that they haven't had in years.
And hope. And we clearly see that Brian Daboll, this is the guy that the man wants. This guy, Jaxson Dart, is who Brian Daboll wants behind center.
Yes, sir.
You heard it in the preseason, but you could see.
Right.
This is who he wants.
Right.
And it is very, very clear. He's got the guy behind center that he wants. And I tell you something right now, it's gonna be interesting to see if Jaxson Dart reminds any of us of a Josh Allen. Certainly not as big, but it's gonna be interesting to see that because obviously Brian Daboll had a lot to do with the growth and maturation.
So I got a question for you.
Allen.
Did they wait too long to put him in?
I felt that you should have put him in late in the game against who did they play after the Cowboys when they lost week 3? I'm trying to remember that block. But they were losing the Chiefs. Their Chiefs Sunday night. That's right, last Sunday night. They should have put him in late that game. And the times that they did insert him, it was to hand off the ball or run with it. No, you should have let him drop back to pass and get him warmed up.
In the first game of his career, Tim Tebow was the other one who did it. And so as we all watched this game together yesterday, D. Wood, give me one word to describe what you think Jaxson Dart brought to the Giants yesterday.
Juice. Dart and Scatterboo brought juice to the Giants. You could see it. And I love how the game plan that Brian Daboll pulled together. They ran the ball 42 times. 42 times. They utilized his legs. He got out of certain, bad situations. But those two young guys, man, they brought an energy and it carried over to the defensive side, and those guys played well.
Holy cow, is that possible? You mean when you make a change and you play the best players, even though they're rookies, and you can actually manage a game as for a rookie quarterback? Then would you hit it right on the head? Because not only was the quarterback bringing juice, the running back bringing juice, it feeds to the entire football team. Dexter Lawrence, Burns, all those guys. That defense, best that defense played. All right, it's no surprise to me, and I've been calling from jump about it. And you're right, 42 rush attempts. I've seen that formula work before. Don't tell me it can't be done.
Ground and pound with a rookie quarterback.
Go to a championship game. Why? We led the league in rush